Alright, so hopefully fourth time is the charm for this video. My camera froze the other 3 times, so switch devices and hopefully this will work out better. Yes, crazy hair, already covered that. Now, the topic for this video will be a new form, and it's not new, but one that you may not have encountered before, a form of chi self-massage that utilizes parts of the body that don't often get assimilated into the process, and those are the toes and the fingers. So we're going to work with those, and this is a good overall tonic for the body. This will not only work the tendons, but also pretty much anytime you work with the feet or the palms or the toes or the fingers, you're working with the blood, helping clear the blood, the passage of the blood, and also will show imbalances in the body. For instance, if you feel a degree of pain, now you should feel some degree of discomfort in all of these, and you don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want to be a masochist or a sadist. Since you're doing it to yourself, I guess you'd be both the sadist and the masochist. You don't want to hurt yourself as a rule, but sometimes you will notice that there will be more pain than at other times, or discomfort or what have you, and that basically shows imbalances within the body. So you can get out your reflexology charts and what have you, and line up those areas, figure out what's going on, continue doing this process. That will help balance it out, but you might also want to do some more specific practices designed for that area. Okay, so we'll start. You can start anywhere you want, but I like to start with the right foot, and of course I'm going to start with the big toe. The first thing that I'm going to do, and there are basically 3 movements to each toe and finger, and they're pretty much all the same. The fingers are a little bit different, we'll get into that, but the basic movements are, and I'm going to use a 3 count hold for these. You can use 3, 5, 7, 10, however long you want to, but one of the beauties of this system is that it's quick, so that you can do it every morning. No matter how little time you think you have, you can wake up in the morning and do it. I don't do this as often as I should, so you might actually hear me scream occasionally. So the first thing that you want to do is grab your toe and pull up towards the top of your foot, as far as it'll go. So I'm using both hands, got a good tight grip, and just pulling up. Okay, and that was a 3 count hold. Now I'm pulling down towards the sole, so I've got one hand pulling down at the top, cranking down, and then the other hand's going to come in and at this bottom joint basically push the toe so it gets a little extra stretch. Ow. And you think that this would be a little more limber, since I've already done this 3 times in failed videos. Alright, now the last one, you want to take both sides of the toe, or the finger, as we'll see, and line up with the bottom of the nail, okay? And then squeeze in on the sides at the bottom of the nail, basically right at the top of that joint, that first joint, okay? And you can see my face get a little more serious. That's discomfort. Sometimes I might actually, scream. So moving on, up, down, squeezing in, moving on to the next toe, same process. I'm just going to go through this quick. Toe's not so bad. 3, second thought. 3, squeezing in. Next toe up. down, up, and the last one's usually the funny one, because it keeps one to wiggle around. Okay, good. Alright, now this is the part where my camera keeps turning off, so hopefully with this device it won't freeze. But what you want to do is you've got your Achilles tendon running on the back, and then you've got your ankle, and you'll notice that there will be a part on the ankle where it kind of widens and comes to a point in the back. Kind of draw a line from there to the Achilles tendon and pinch in behind the Achilles tendon so that you're actually kind of pinching and lifting. And then, and any place on the Achilles tendon will work. That's just the most optimal place. Squeeze in on the Achilles tendon for 3. Okay. Alright, moving on. Other side. Again, same process. Pulling up, down, squeezing the bottom of the nail, pulling up, down, now of course I'm going through this quickly, but if you know, this was my actual process, I'd probably be paying a little bit more attention to those ouchie points. Alright. Up. Down. Squeezing. Again, coming back to the Achilles tendon, lining up, pinching in. It's worse than the other side. Okay, moving on to the hands. It's pretty much going to be the same process, only the main difference will be, so we'll go ahead and we'll pull up. I like to lay my hand somewhat flat while I'm doing this. We'll start with the thumb. With the thumb, you kind of want to pull up and back towards the wrist, because if you just yank up on it and it's not going in line with the rest of the bones, you know, I find that it doesn't get as much of, it's not as beneficial. So now, here's where the process will get a little bit different with the fingers. Instead of just pulling down, what you want to do is sort of make a three-cornered box with your finger. Okay, so you're going to, you see, you're going to lay this one flat, have this one going down 90 degree, and then having another 90 degree pointing back. And then when you've got that made, then you're going to squeeze in. I like to use the second joint there and squeeze in, making sure that or squeeze the tip back towards, there you go. So again, starting with the thumb, squeeze it back. Now, same process, bottom of the nail, top of the joint, squeeze for 3. I find that the fingers, that often hurts a little bit more. Alright, so pulling up, making my three-corner box, bending the point back, and you can even, again, take that second knuckle, kind of give a little extra squeeze. Alright, then finding bottom of the nail, top of the joint, squeezing. Alright, let's go a little bit quicker. Up, three-corner box, Pulling up. Three corner box. Okay. Squeezing at the bottom. Okay. Now, the difference here as well, instead of the Achilles tendon, we're going to come in between the thumb and the index finger, and we're basically going to find the fleshy point. Alright, so we're not pulling in on this this skin here. We're coming up till we feel a little bit of a tendon in between those tendons, basically, and squeezing down. Okay, good. Alright, moving on to the next one. Start with the thumb. And you don't have to go in any particular order with this. I'm just doing it for, you know, so it looks good. Oh. Going up. Squeezing down. Squeezing bottom. Up. Three corner box. Three sides of a box. Three corner box would probably be a misnomer. So if anybody feels like calling me on that, go right ahead. Three sided box-like shape. Bottom of the nail, squeezing in on both sides. Ouch. And I notice hold on. And again, in the fleshy part here. All right. Now I've noticed, one of the things I've noticed, my wife and I don't really wear our rings anymore. We've lost weight, and so our rings don't really fit well anymore. But and we haven't gotten them adjusted. We're kind of unconventional. You know, our marriage stands whether we have the rings on or not. But since I don't wear my ring anymore, this finger hurts a lot less when I do that, even if I would take the ring off. That kind of constraint, I suppose, on the meridians that run through there. So you basically just flushed out all your meridians and your tendons and everything. And you should feel a little relaxed, feel good. The blood should feel better. You should feel a little lighter. And if not, repeat the process, you know. You can do this if you're starting out. Do it morning, do it night. You know, it helps you sleep, helps you feel energized in the morning, and helps you sleep at night. You go figure that one out. Works with the circadian rhythms. If you've only got time, do it once a day. You know, do it as often as you can, and often as you feel you need to. All right, hope that helps out, guys. And that's my spiel for the day. I will come back. I'm going to do a series of these videos with different Chi self-massage techniques, not necessarily the one that we use in KAP. If you want that one, you can take the class, but some that are good for general health and well-being. All right, signing off. Aloha.